In this video, we'll be taking a look at 5 MLB games happening on July 3rd, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 10 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 5 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Minnesota Twins versus Miami Marlins. The Minnesota Twins, holding a record of 40 wins and 45 losses, are set to face the Miami Marlins, who are currently at 38 wins and 45 losses. This game on Thursday marks the finale of their 3-game interleague series. Miami comes into this matchup as the team with all the momentum. They were riding an impressive 8-game winning streak before Wednesday's contest, and it looks like they're positioned to keep that success going. On the other side, the Minnesota Twins offense has gone completely cold, failing to score a single run in their last 2 outings. Their hitting has been particularly abysmal. They managed only 2 hits against the Tigers and followed that up with just 2 more hits in the series opener against the Marlins. Getting only 4 hits across 2 full games highlights a major problem with their lineup, which seems to be missing a key offensive leader. Meanwhile, the Marlins find ways to win, with players like Stowers providing power. He hit a home run in the first game of this series, and the rest of the lineup contributing consistently. Their young pitcher, Yuri Perez, is considered a solid prospect who is expected to improve with every start. As our first pick for this matchup, the Miami Marlins money line is our full game side pick. We could be in for a high-scoring affair on Thursday, especially since both starting pitchers weren't even part of their team's initial rotation this season. The Marlins are sending out the 22-year-old Perez for what will be only his 5th game of the year. While he has potential, his performance so far raises some flags. He has allowed 3 or more earned runs in 3 of his 4 appearances, leading to a high ERA of 6.19. That's not exactly a figure that inspires confidence. For Minnesota, Festa hasn't fared much better on the mound, carrying a 5.4 earned run average. His recent start against the Brewers on June 22nd was particularly rough, as he was lit up for 8 earned runs. Looking at recent trends, the total has gone over in 5 of Miami's last 6 games, suggesting their contests have been full of offense. During their recent winning streak, the Marlins have seen the team total go over in the majority of their games, with a record of 5 to 2 to 1 on that bet. This shows they are relying more on their bats than their pitching to secure victories. That pattern seems likely to continue on Wednesday, as neither starting pitcher gives much reason to believe they can shut down the opposing lineup. Looking at the Twins' pitching situation, Richardson's last 2 starts have been involved in games where a combined 20 total runs were scored, further suggesting a high-scoring outcome. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Houston Astros versus Colorado Rockies. The Houston Astros are set to take on the Colorado Rockies in a matchup that features 2 ball clubs on completely different trajectories this year. Houston comes in with a strong 52-34 record, and they've been on a tear lately, winning 8 of their last 10 contests to sit atop the American League West. On the other side, the Rockies are struggling mightily, holding the worst record in all of baseball at a dismal 19-67 and managing just 2 victories in their previous 10 games. Houston's pitcher, Brown, has been dealing effectively all season, and he's got a great opportunity to keep that momentum going against a Rockies lineup that tends to strike out a lot. While the Astros offense hasn't always been consistent in piling on runs, their overall team batting average still ranks among the top 10 in the league. More importantly, they've been excellent at cashing in with runners on base, which is a key reason to believe they will have a good day against the Rockies starter Gomber. As our first pick for this matchup, the Houston Astros money line is our full game side pick. Despite how well Brown has pitched this year, we can't ignore that the game is at Coors Field, the best ballpark for hitters in baseball, where the Rockies' bats typically come alive. Colorado's pitcher, Gomber, has been hittable this season, and he doesn't miss many bats, which should allow the Astros lineup to get going early and often. All signs point to both offenses having a productive game, which should be more than enough to drive the final score over the posted total. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Detroit Tigers versus Washington Nationals. An interleague matchup is set for Thursday, July 3rd, featuring the Detroit Tigers taking on the Washington Nationals. Detroit has arguably been the best team in the American League during the first half of the season, consistently taking care of business against weaker opponents like Washington. The Tigers hitters have a .257 batting average when facing National League teams and are riding a wave of momentum after posting a collective .268 batting average in June. They should win this game without much trouble, largely thanks to the promising arm of pickdawgz. Although it's just his second start this year, he was brilliant in his first outing, allowing only one hit in 5 innings against the Athletics. Meanwhile, Washington holds the second worst home record in the National League, and their starting pitcher, Jake Irvin, has struggled against American League lineups, giving up 12 runs in 16 innings. As our first pick for this matchup, the Detroit Tigers money line is our full game side pick. Detroit's offense is in a great position to put up a lot of runs against Washington's starting pitcher, Jake Irvin. In his 3 appearances against American League teams, he has been hit hard, allowing 12 runs over 16 innings, and he brings a 4.73 earned run average into this contest. That spells trouble against a potent Tigers lineup that ranks 3rd in batting average and 4th in total runs scored. Washington should be able to contribute to the scoreboard as well, as they hit .243 in their home ballpark and .251 against American League pitching. While Detroit's starter, pickdawgz, was sharp in his season debut, he's only making his second start. Now that teams have some game film on him, the Nationals should be able to make better adjustments than the Athletics did. Both clubs have seen their games go over the total frequently this season, with the Tigers over record at 44-39-3 and the Nationals at 41-41-3. All signs point to this being a high-scoring game driven by 2 offenses that are swinging the bats well. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. New York Yankees versus Toronto Blue Jays. On Thursday, the New York Yankees travel to the Rogers Center for a matchup against the Toronto Blue Jays. Coming into this contest, the Blue Jays have had the upper hand in the season series, winning 3 of the first 5 games played before Wednesday's matchup. Toronto is in a great position to keep pace with the Yankees ahead of the All-Star break, particularly with their ace, Chris Bassitt, taking the mound. Bassitt has been nearly untouchable at home this year, boasting a perfect 5-0 record with a stellar 2.6 earned run average across 9 starts. In those outings, he has racked up 57 strikeouts while giving up just 4 home runs. While the Yankees lineup is always a threat, their performance, especially their power hitting, tends to diminish when they are away from Yankee Stadium. New York will send Clark Schmidt to the mound, who has a 3-2 record in 5 road starts but also carries a 3.71 earned run average, which is noticeably higher than his 2.76 earned run average in 8 home games. This marks his first start on the road in almost a month, and he faces a tough test against a Blue Jays team that has the 2nd best home batting average in the American League, hitting .269 and scoring 225 runs at the Rogers Center. It might be tough to bet against the Yankees, but Toronto has looked like the better club in this series. Even though Schmidt has been pitching well lately, Bassitt's history of success against the Yankees, especially in Toronto, suggests the Blue Jays will secure the victory. As our first pick for this matchup, the Toronto Blue Jays money line is our full game side pick. Looking at the first 5 games of this series, the over has hit 3 times, largely thanks to the Blue Jays' offense catching fire. Toronto put up an average of 8.5 runs in the first 2 games of this set, and even in defeat, the Yankees managed to score 4.5 runs per game. This time around, however, runs may be harder to come by as both offenses are facing significant challenges. The Blue Jays are matched up against one of New York's most consistent starting pitchers this season in Clark Schmidt. While his earned run average is higher on the road, opposing teams are only batting .224 against him in away games. On the other side, Chris Bassitt has been outstanding at home and is one of the most successful active pitchers against this Yankees roster. In his career against New York, the Blue Jays right-hander has allowed only 7 earned runs over 38.2 innings while striking out 44 batters. He always seems to be at his best in this matchup, suggesting a lower scoring game is in store. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Milwaukee Brewers versus New York Mets. On Thursday, the Milwaukee Brewers will face the New York Mets at Citi Field. Milwaukee has been playing well this season, currently standing 10 games above, .500 and having won 4 of their last 5 games following a tight 1-run loss in 11 innings to the Colorado Rockies. The Brewers' offense has maintained a .247 batting average, leading to 397 runs from 695 hits. On the pitching side, they've been solid, with a team ERA of 3.77. The Mets will be playing on their home turf, holding a record of 11 games over .500 while trying to break a 3-game losing streak. New York's offense has been steady, hitting .245 as a team and scoring 368 runs on 695 hits. Their pitching has been particularly strong, with an impressive 3.46 team ERA through 75 games. The home field advantage should be a major factor for the Mets, and they are expected to step up and secure a win against a quality Milwaukee team. As our first pick for this matchup, the New York Mets money line is our full game side pick. Looking at the pitching matchup, the Mets starter, Peterson, has struggled in his last 5 starts in June, giving up 31 hits and walking 11 batters over 31.2 innings, including issuing 3 free passes in each of his last 3 games. This could spell trouble against a Brewers team that hits left-handers well, ranking 11th in both WOBA and WRC+. Milwaukee's offense has been on a hot streak, ranking first in WRC+ over the last 2 weeks, and they should be able to get to the Mets starter. This will likely put more pressure on a New York bullpen that has posted the 29th ranked ERA over the last 14 days. On the other side, the Brewers pitcher, Quintana, has a history of success against the Mets, but isn't entering this game with much momentum. He's allowed 4 or more runs in 2 of his last 3 starts and had a nearly even 17-16 strikeout-to-walk ratio in June. Those numbers are unlikely to intimidate a Mets offense that is eager to bounce back from a tough losing streak. With Milwaukee's bullpen also ranking in the bottom 10 in ERA for the season, this game has all the makings of a high-scoring affair. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.